Alright, so I will move into this square, which means I have to randomly select a dungeon tile. And this is a standard room tile, so I have to draw a room card. And this room is empty. So that is essentially my turn.
So Rohan the Knight is going to go north in the dungeon, at least north relative to me. And I am going to take a random room tile, and yes, I get a normal room. Next, I draw a room card, and my torch goes out.
So with this card, for each subsequent turn, Kenny has to roll a d6, and he has to get, I believe, a 4 or higher to continue on. So he is basically stuck in that room until he can relight his torch. I'm going to choose to search again. This time, I've actually received a secret door card, which means I can move through any of the walls. However, you cannot go back through a secret door, so this does trap me in the dungeon. I choose to move to this room. And I have chosen the bottomless pit. I must now immediately roll a d12, and if the roll is less than or equal to my agility, I am safe. If it is higher, then I die instantly. My agility is 8. And I've rolled a 4, so I am safe for now.
So Rohan continues his passage to the south. I have drawn a corridor. Luckily, this means that Sir Rohan can move again this turn. That means I can move to the east. I have drawn a normal room tile. So Rohan ends his turn here, and a room card is drawn. I find this room to be empty.
So I can now move out of the bottomless pit room. And I have drawn a trap room. So now I must draw a trap card. In this case, I've drawn a cave-in. So, for a cave-in trap, I have to choose a number, say it out loud, and then roll a d6. If my number is rolled, I die instantly. In this case, I'm going to choose a 4.
So easy to...
And I have actually rolled a 4. That means I am instantly dead. Now all Kenny has to do is actually survive to get out of the dungeon.
So Rohan moves to the north. He gets a room tile of a normal room. In this room, there is a death warrior. Dun, 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 dun.
Even though I've died, I will graciously play the part of the death warrior for Kenny. So I draw a monster card first of all, not allowing Kenny to see the face of the card. Kenny must then choose to either attack, wait and see, or escape.
So Rohan, knowing that the sun could come up any moment now, chooses to attack. He has no time to flee, he has no time to wait.
As you can see, each card has an attack, wait and see, and escape section, and it lists the different kinds of monsters. In this case, we see Death Warrior shows combat with 5 life points, although Kenny does not know this total. So, for each round, each of us will select one of the combat tokens and place it face down on the board. Next, we will flip over both tokens to reveal what we have chosen. I've chosen Leap Aside.
I have chosen Mighty Blow.
Now we reference the chart on the side of the board. Okay, where is it here? The adventurer has chosen Mighty Blow. The monster has chosen Leap Aside, meaning in this case, the adventurer loses 1 life point.
Sir Rohan is a hearty adventurer, so this is not but a minor setback.
This continues on until either the adventurer dies or the monster dies. In this case, the monster has died, meaning that the adventure can continue on the next turn.
However, Sir Rohan is not without taking some damage here. The day tracker continues on, and so does Sir Rohan. Sir Rohan has finally entered the dragon's lair. Sir Rohan has entered the dragon's lair, which means that he now gets to receive 2 treasure tokens. Sir Rohan has received 120 gold points, and he has also received 170 gold points. However, by taking the treasure, I now have a chance of awakening the dragon. The dragon is sleeping, so Rohan is safe. There is but 7 turns remaining, and Sir Rohan is not left yet. However, he is now wealthy. A few turns later, after an encounter with a mountain troll, and unfortunately his torch going out at the most inopportune moment, Sir Rohan has now succumbed to the dragon's wrath. His time has passed.
So overall, I would say that Dungeon Quest is a very fun game, but it is very unforgiving. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, if you have players who take games very seriously, they might not enjoy this so much. But if you have people who just, like to give it their all and have a good time, it might be the game for you. The only bad thing I find about this game is the combat system. I find the rock, paper, scissors style thing to be a little clunky, and having to reference the chart all the time just doesn't work for me.
For the most part, though, as long as you're not taking it too seriously, like Jason said, this is a very fun game. It really kind of simulates a nice crunchy dungeon crawl like you would get in D&D. So that's kind of what it's created for anyway, but it does a pretty good job at that. Combat system is a little clunky, but it's forgivable overall as long as you're not as long as you're having fun with it. So it's a pretty fun game overall. I don't know, what would you give it, Jason?
I'd say 4.5 meeples.
4.5 meeples? I think I'd give it about 3.5 meeples. I enjoy the game, but at the same time, it's sometimes a little harsh.
Well, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that gives it a total of 8 meeples?
8 meeples.
For a grand total of 8 meeples.
And in closing, I just wanted to mention about the FFG remake. They actually have cleaned it up quite a bit. They've also added in essentially the 2 expansions to the original game, Catacombs and Heroes, as well as introducing a new combat system, which is similar but different enough that I think it works a lot better than the original system. Agreed,
and the fact that they actually include a pretty obscure expansion in this game is a nice treat to the gamers, so it was kind of a nice move on Games Workshop's part. So yeah. I guess that's all we have to say about Dungeon Quest, so hopefully we'll see you next time on the next 2 Guys and Some Cardboard.